Okay, let's go. All right, everybody. Welcome to fraction word problems, two of your least favorite things put together. So we are going to be doing a couple of practice problems from your book. So you should have your book out. Go ahead and pause if you don't have your book and go get it. Okay, the first problem we're going to do is problem number 16. Miranda made some cupcakes for the school bake sale. Of the cupcakes, a half are chocolate and and a half are strawberry. Of the strawberry cupcakes, 1/3 are frosted with vanilla frosting, and the rest are frosted with chocolate frosting. What portion of the cupcakes are strawberry with chocolate frosting? That's a lot to unpack. This one it's nice to have maybe a picture for. So we start with the bake sale and the cupcakes. So the cupcake says half are chocolate and half are strawberry. So let me pretend that this box contains all the cupcakes, which means that half of those cupcakes are going to be strawberry. We'll make them red. Half of the cupcakes, so these are the strawberry cupcakes, and half of the cupcakes are going to be chocolate. Let's see if I can get brown going here. There's no brown? I guess we'll have to go black. All right, so these are the chocolate cupcakes. Okay, of the strawberry cupcakes, means we are starting with just strawberry cupcakes. We are not interested in the chocolate cupcakes, and we should ignore them from here on out. Don't care about you. Okay, so we're looking at the strawberry cupcakes, and they want to know a third of them are frosted with vanilla frosting. So I'm going to take this half and I'm going to cut it as close as I can into 3 equal pieces. Pen. 3 equal pieces. Oh, those aren't equal. Close enough. Um, so 1/3 are frosted with vanilla. So let's say these have vanilla frosting. The rest are frosted with chocolate. So both of these pieces are frosted with chocolate. What portion of the cupcakes are strawberry cupcakes with chocolate frosting? What this problem is asking you to do is to start with a half, because that's what the strawberry is, right? And take 2/3 of that half. That is the math they're asking you to do. When you are looking at a multiplication problem with fractions, this word of is going to help you out. It's not always explicitly there, but we are taking 2/3 because the chocolate is 2 out of these thirds, right? 2/3 of 1/2 of a box of chocolate because half of the box was strawberry. So we're taking 2/3 of 1/2, and 2/3 of 1/2 is the same thing as 2/3 times 1/2, right? And then we're going to multiply numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. This one's pretty simple. I don't know if we needed the prime factorization for this one or not. So we get 1/3. Please, 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 please remember your units when you are doing word problems. So 1/3 of the cupcakes. If I had room, I would write our strawberry with chocolate frosting. Okay, moving on. Judy has 4 2/3 yards of fabric. We're on page 29 now. And Marie has 5.5 yards of fabric. How much fabric do they have all together? The word all together should make you think of addition. Yeah? Combined, altogether, in total. These are all words that just mean combining together, and combining is the word for addition. So we're going to add 4 2/3 yards of fabric plus 5 1/2 yards of fabric. Now there's a couple of different ways to do this. We could add the whole numbers. 4 plus 5 is 9. And then we could add 2/3 plus 1/2. Well, 3 and 2 are already prime numbers, so they have nothing in common. So I'm going to need a factor of 2 on this side, and I'm going to need a factor of 3 on this side, and I get 4 over 6 plus 3 over 6 gives us 7 over 6. Now this answer, 9 7/6, is not correct. Because you can't have a mixed number with an improper fraction. Either you have an improper fraction or you have a mixed number. You cannot have both. So I could say that 7/6 is the same thing as 1 1/6, right? 6 goes into 7 one whole time with 1 remainder. So then I could take that whole and add it, and I would get 10 1/6. The other way to do this problem is to go with all, eraser pen. What's an eraser pen? Oh, it erases all the pen. There we go. Another way to do this is to just say, I'm going to go Another way to do this is to say, I'm going to take that 4 2/3 plus 5 1/2, and I'm just going to make them both improper fractions. So 4 whole yards of fabric times 3 would give me 12 pieces of fabric that are 1/3 of a yard plus 2 more. So 4 times 3 is 12 plus 2 is 14. If this is hard for you, come to office hours and we'll talk about it. Most of you seem to be pretty good at it. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 1 is 11. And finding the common denominator is exactly the same. But the numbers up top are bigger, so that's a little bit more work. So I get 28 over 6 plus 33 over 6. And then I add those together, and I get 28 plus 33. So 11, 3 and 2 is 5, 6. So 61 over 6. But you don't want to leave, since it's a word problem, I know I said improper fractions are fine for algebra. The only exception is word problems. So 6 goes into 61. 6 goes into 6 once with nothing left over. 6 does not go into 1, so I'm going to put a 0 right here. And I have a remainder of 1. So that would be 10 whole yards of fabric. And 1/6 of a yard. So that is the answer to problem number 7. 2 ways to get there. All right, let's look at number 8. Oh, no, that one's not interesting. Let's look at number 9. 9, Angelo weighed 5 1/4 pounds when he was born. His sister Carmen weighed 7 1/2 pounds when she was born. How much heavier was Carmen than Angelo at birth? How much heavier, how much bigger, how much taller, how much faster? Those are comparisons, right? And with comparisons, I'm not combining, I am subtracting. Okay? So they asked how much heavier was Cameron than Angelo. So it's going to be, Carmen. It's going to be Carmen's weight minus Angelo's weight. Carmen then Angelo. You got to get this right because subtraction doesn't have a commutative property. They got to be in the right order. So 7 1/2 minus 5 1/4. And I'm going to only do this one way, and I'm going to change it all to improper fractions. The reason I prefer changing it to improper fractions is because when you multiply mixed numbers, you must use improper fractions. You will get it wrong if you leave it as mixed numbers. So just get in the habit of always doing improper fractions and you can't go wrong. So 7 times 2 is 14, plus 1 is 15. I'm going to add a negative. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 1 is 21. Got to find my common denominator. Well, I know 4 is 2 times 2. Come on, pen, work for me. So I can replace the 4 with 2 times 2, which makes it super duper clear. Then I need an additional factor of 2 over here. So I get 30 over 4 plus negative 21 over 4 equals, well, 30 minus 20 would be 10. So this would be 1 less than 10, which would be 9. So I get 9/4. But again, word problem. Nobody says my baby weighs 9/4 of a pound more than your baby. They're always going to change it to a mixed number, so you should too. So 4 goes into 9. It goes in once. No, it goes in twice. We get 1 left over. So we have 2 and 1/4 pounds heavier, which is our answer. Please don't forget the units. Units are very important. All right. That's it for that. We'll do some more in class.